You've been seeing a few vendors. One's great in EMEA, another fills the CRM gaps, and a couple just kind of showed up and never left. But now, the spark is gone. The bills are piling up, and let's face it, this is starting to feel like you've got a few situationships rather than any commitment. Welcome to Data Vendor, Evaluation Playbook number 4. We need to consolidate providers. The playbook for choosing one partner who actually does it all. When you're juggling too many vendors, you get duplicate spend, messy workflows, clashing formats, and conflicting support SLAs. Consolidation brings lower total cost of ownership, streamlined workflows, one point of contact for support, and better data governance and visibility. But only if you choose the right one to commit to. So ask yourself, are we using multiple tools for the same job? Do we have duplicate records and data conflicts? And are we wasting time and money managing vendor chaos? If the answer is yes to all three, then it's time to consolidate. Jeff Ignacio with Keystone AI says that consolidation only works if the winning vendor meets everyone's needs, not just one team's. All right, it's time to talk X's. Because when you're consolidating, you're not just choosing who to commit to, you're deciding who to let go. This one, amazing in one market. They knew your doc team like nobody else. But the moment that you needed scale, they disappeared faster than your LinkedIn in-mail open rates. And this one, total data hygiene expert. Sparkly clean enrichment. But try asking them for net new leads in fintech. Then there's this one. They've got range and reliability. Multi-region? Check. Broad persona coverage? Yep. And they integrate with your CRM without turning it into a part-time job. In other words, they're the ones that you bring home to RevOps. When you're picking the one, you're not just looking for someone who's cute on paper. You want a partner who can actually handle your GTM baggage and still show up consistently. So what does a consolidation-worthy vendor actually look like? First, standardized data quality. You don't want different teams working off totally different definitions of clean. With one vendor, that equals one standard across sales, marketing, and RevOps. Second, they've got to know your type. Your real ICP, C-suite, ops, marketing, finance, in the US, in DACH, in Benelux. If they can't reach your full buyer set, they're not the one. Third, your RevOps team needs a break. No more babysitting APIs, fixing formatting issues, or deduping junk contacts. A good vendor should save time, not create work. And finally, they get your budget vibes, not rigid per-seat pricing or surprise overage fees. You want flexible, scalable pricing that grows with your team, not against it. So how do you know they can actually deliver? Here's what to measure. Match rate on known CRM records. Can they enrich data that you already trust? Net new volume by segment. Can they scale across your ICP, not just flood you with filler? Fill rate. Are you getting email and mobile and title, or are you chasing down missing fields? Integration capability. Do they work with your tools, or will your ops team need therapy? Total cost of ownership. That's not just contract price. It's the hours saved from not fixing junk. All right, you're ready to stop juggling vendors and start building something serious. But consolidation isn't just about commitment, it's about compatibility. So let's talk through how to date your data vendors the right way. Step 1, audit your current stack. Before you can move forward, you've got to look back and be honest with yourself. Who's covering what? Which vendor has EMEA on lock? Who's feeding sales? And who's your enrichment-only situationship? Who's actually using each one? Maybe SDRs use vendor A, marketing's all in on vendor B, and RevOps doesn't trust anyone. And where are the pain points? Are you hearing about stale records, missing mobile numbers, manual exports? Ugh, cringe. And when do the contracts end? Timing matters. Nobody wants to ghost mid-renewal. And finally, how much are you actually spending? Because it's not just about license fees. It's hours lost, tools maintained, people hired to fix bad data. Step 2, run parallel vendor tests. This is your reality check. You're not evaluating pitch decks, you're evaluating performance. Known data test. Enrich the same list of 750 to 1,000 trusted CRM contacts with each vendor. And you're testing for a few things. Match rate. Can they find the people that you already know? Accuracy. Do the fields match up? Any stale info? Fill rate. Are you getting phone, email, title, all the goods? And freshness. When was this info last verified? Unknown data test. Ask each vendor to deliver 1,000 net new contacts, your ICP across your regions. And you're testing for coverage. Do they deliver in DACH, Benelux, the UK? Relevance. Are these actually the right personas? Bounce rate. Can your emails land? And mobile coverage. Can sales actually call these people? And here's where the numbers don't lie. Vendor A, solid, but not a standout. Vendor B, that bounce rate, yikes. And vendor C, high marks all around and ready to scale. And it's not just about what's in the spreadsheet, it's how it feels. Would your team actually use this data? Would you build a campaign today with what you've just got back? If the answer is maybe, then keep testing. And if it's absolutely, then you might have found your future partner. Step 3, score for consolidation readiness. So now it's not just about who's the best, it's about who's the best fit across all your GTM motions. Ask yourself, do they perform consistently across all your regions and personas? Can they support marketing, sales, RevOps with one platform? Can they plug into Salesforce, HubSpot, Outreach, all without RevOps pulling an all-nighter? And is their pricing flexible enough for the whole team, not just your sales crew? Here are some red flags to watch out for. Great for sales, but marketing still needs a workaround. Clean UI, but API access costs extra. Lots of data, but you still have to export it all manually. And field mapping nightmares. Just one more sync and your CRM left in shambles. Consolidation is a big move, so don't just fall for promises. Run the tests, check the scorecard, and know what you're getting into. Because if they can't handle your ICP, your tech stack, and your workflow, they're not the one. Here's a quote from Adam Thompson, CPO here at Cognism. Don't consolidate based on gut. Test using your real go-to-market segments. You're about to take the plunge, but before you hand over the keys to your CRM, let's make sure that you're not about to move in with someone who still lives in the data dark ages. These are the questions that you have to ask before committing to consolidation. Can you support all of our personas and regions at scale? This isn't a niche fling. You need a partner who can handle every market, every ICP. Sales in the US, marketing in DACH, and RevOps across EMEA. No more, oh, we don't really cover that region excuses. Look for geo breakdowns by persona, real volume estimates across segments, strength in multilingual or hard-to-source markets. What's your monthly delivery capacity per segment? One-off drops are easy, but can they actually keep your funnel full, month after month? If you're consolidating, you're not just replacing one vendor, you're replacing 3. So they need to deliver consistently across roles and regions. Look for segment-specific delivery estimates, ability to scale during spikes, like campaign launches, and no sketchy "we'll get back to you" answers on monthly volume. Do you offer pricing flexibility for full platform consolidation? You're offering them exclusivity. The least they can do? Meet you halfway on price. Because per-seat billing and API overage fees? Not sexy. So look for consolidated pricing tiers for multi-team access, bundles that include enrichment plus net new, and transparent billing, no surprise charges or credit traps. How do you maintain consistency across geos and job functions? Sales needs mobile numbers, marketing needs segmentation-ready job titles, ops needs clean fields, and 0 duplicates. Look for field-level documentation on sourcing and enrichment, clear fill rate benchmarks across personas, and dedicated CSM or onboarding support to align with your process. If they're dodging these questions, that's your sign to run, not walk, back to vendor review mode. But if they've got the receipts, the roadmap, and the reps who use the data and love it, well, maybe it's time to clear out the others and hand them a key to the CRM. When consolidation actually works, it feels like a clean, consistent CRM. Bounce rates under 3%, connectable mobile numbers across key personas. Sales and marketing actually trust the data, less time cleaning, deduping, rerouting, and 15 to 30% reduction in TCO. To quote Antoine, Cognism's head of RevOps, consolidation success isn't just cheaper, it's smoother. Your CRM feels lighter, sales asks fewer questions, and marketing moves faster. If you're consolidating data providers, Audit your vendor stack. Test each one side by side. Score across both coverage and quality. Map results to your ICP, and choose the provider that wins across all teams, not just one. Because if you're going to commit, it better be to a partner who can scale with you, clean your CRM, and never leave you ghosted again. For more evaluation playbooks, head to the Data Vendor Hub or subscribe to our YouTube channel.